So next up, we have Colin Hill from Blue Dragon Dry Cleaners. He's here to talk to us about his experience of EPoS systems. So please welcome Colin.
Thanks. Good afternoon, everybody. And as I hope you've enjoyed the show, I've had a quick wander around earlier. I'm probably going to come back tomorrow and have a chat with a few people. My name's Colin Hill. I'm going to talk about EPoS and email and social media from a personal point of view and what we've done at Blue Dragon with it. Just to introduce myself, I'm the Managing Director of Blue Dragon Dry Cleaners. I'm a past President of the Textile Service Association, and I'm a past Master of the Worship Company of Laundrers, our city livery company. Just a bit about Blue Dragon. We're based in South Buckinghamshire and Middlesex. I have 5 unit dry cleaning shops, and we also have an associated company, Blue Dragon Hillingdon, which are laundry based. We deal quite a lot in the private medical world and hotels, linen rental, contract rental, laundry. It's a family owned business, not mine, but I've been with them for quite a long time. And there's our famous logo. Just a picture of my shop in Gerrards Cross, quite a busy high street. We used to have a new sign, the old one blew off. We had to have a new one, it's quite a big one, but we thought we'd make sure it says what it does on the tin, they say. You know, we are dry cleaners. And so people can clearly see what we do. The company name, you're all sitting there thinking, Blue Dragon, where on earth did he find that one from? Well, Blue Dragon was originally set up in 1932 when Christopher Orford bought into it. Hillingdon Laundry and the Beaconsfield Sanitary Laundry were the 2 companies that he came into. As they moved into the late 1950s and dry cleaning came online with unit dry with machines that were so totally enclosed, they were looking for a name to split it away from the laundry companies. Sitting around the lunch table on Sunday, this is their willow patterned service with blue dragons on it. And they said, Blue Dragon Dry Cleaners, that comes off the tongue really well. And they investigated, there were no clubs, pubs, Chinese sources with the name Blue Dragon. So they set up the name of Blue Dragon Dry Cleaners Limited. And then as we went into the 1960s, they actually introduced the other companies with the name Blue Dragon. And it is quite a unique name, and we've got a very nice logo, which people tend to remember. Often people say to me, oh, I saw your lorry driving through London the other day, big dragon on the front. Laundry and dry cleaning. For your dry cleaners out there, it's not a very sexy business to promote, is it really, to market? It's very difficult. We're not selling a single product, we're selling our services. So it's nearly difficult as trying to dress a gorilla in a corset. So professional image. As dry cleaners, we need to attract customers. We need to ensure that everything we do in our operation is professionally presented, from the look of the business to the quality of the work we produce. So I come to EPoS, electronic point of sale. Now, if you ask the people downstairs, they'll basically say, it's the control of circulatory inventory not belonging to you. Because we all know that what we actually do, none of those items actually belong to us. We're a bit of a strange industry where we're taking a raw material from somebody we don't really know, we don't know where that raw material's been, and we're trying to turn it around and make it look good again and back to new. As most of your customers know, they want to make it look like new. They probably look at it closer after they've had it dry cleaned than they ever did when they bought it in the shops. We presently use in all my shops the spot system, although there are other EPoS systems available, and they're all downstairs. I've wandered past them earlier. We've just on the Classic, we're about to change to the touchscreen. So what does it do? Well, first of all, it provides the tickets and the tags. The invoice ticket for your customer to take away with them and hopefully bring back when they're coming to collect, and the tags to go on the garments. It controls your stock. You have in your EPoS system exactly what you've got in the shop. We use it, we do stock takes. It's also quite a useful way of checking that nobody's borrowing from you, you might say, because you can usually find out if tickets aren't in the system, they're in the system but they're not on the rails, where have they gone? It gives you a customer database. Everybody who comes in to use it gives you their name, hopefully their address, their telephone number, telephone address details, and today, emails. We all have emails. Years ago, you used to write lots of letters. Now it's all emails. It also controls your customer activity. You can see what your customers are doing. You can see what they're bringing in. You can see how many times often they come to you. You can set up a loyalty scheme. We have a loyalty scheme called preferential service. Customers pay £10 a year. They get 10% off all services. They have a card. They have a special bag. You might go down to the carousel stand. You'll see the bag. He's got it clearly on show, and he told me so just now. And hopefully they will come to you because they are part of your loyalty scheme. Gives you customer awareness information. That's usually customers' own risk, basically. It's just a nicer way to say it. I know quite a few writers might write out things saying don't take responsibility for ties and buttons and buckles. Well, actually you do, because you're actually cleaning them. So to say you don't take responsibility, if you're not being aware of what you're bringing in and making it aware to your customers, then you're not really professional. It's right, you can say, oh, well, never mind, sir, I've ruined your tie, never mind. We don't take responsibility for that, but you do. So this just gives you, can print off from the EPoS systems little information about curtains. We have a form we give to customers about curtain cleaning, about fading, about curtain linings, about beading on dresses. I've got two daughters, and you go around the fashion shops, and some of the stuff on sale, you think, how on earth are you going to clean that? So just a customer awareness thing. It just shows up customer awareness, things to tell the customer about when they bring you in a garment which you're not particularly happy about. You can use it for accounting, for invoicing, if you want to go down that line. You can do it for routes, collection and delivery. So if you do a route and collection and delivery service, there's quite a lot of people who do to enhance their businesses. You can set up routes and invoicing and accounting with that. And it'll also take credit cards. You can set it up to take credit cards through the system. You can also leave credit cards on a separate basis, but it'll also do credit cards. And it'll give you reports. It'll give you reports daily, end of day, cashing up. Weekly, end of week. You can compare it with the last week, the week before, last month. And it'll give you monthly, it'll give you yearly. It'll give you everything you do. How many pairs of trousers you've cleaned, how many suits you've done, how many pairs of curtains you've cleaned. So it really gives you all that information if you want to go and look at it for marketing purposes, or to see maybe what your customers have done. Certain customers you might say, haven't seen Mrs. Jones for a long time. Oh, let's see when she was last in. Oh, maybe I'll get in touch with her. Does EPoS, though, mean more customers? No, but it does give you more control and useful information about the customers and your business. It's a tool for communicating with your customers. EPoS is technology, but today technology has moved on. My children laugh at me when I say, well, when I was about 12, I had a cassette player for Christmas. It was wonderful. Those little cassettes you used to put in there. And with the first car I drove, we used to have cassettes in it. Wonderful. Cassettes, Dad, what were they? Well, today they're DVDs. In fact, we've gone on from DVDs, haven't we? Because today everybody's got one, haven't they? A mobile phone. Some people, I think, have it implanted into their hands because they never let go of it. If you drive through London, which I sometimes do, every other person's walking along with their head down, looking at their mobile phone like this. I'm surprised there aren't more accidents. And of course, you've got your tablets and your PCs, and you've even got watches. You can pay with your watch, can't you now? It's amazing, isn't it? Technology. So, where do people go today to find out information? They go to their mobile phones. They go to their electronic tablets, and they go to their personal computers. And then you've got your apps, your websites, Facebook, Twitter, social networking sites. I went on Wikipedia when I was investigating this talk, and I counted up 211 social networking sites. Unbelievable, really. All different types, all different sorts. But that is where the customers of tomorrow, our customers of tomorrow, the younger generation and the older generation, they now go for their information. They go there to find out what they don't go to other ways. They don't go to books and things and papers and so on. They go to their mobile phones. So how do they then choose their dry cleaner? Well, I think a lot of us know it's word of mouth. A lot of it's word of mouth. People recommending, saying, oh, I went to Sunset, had a good job. Alternative, though, of course, if you give them a bad job, They'll also go by word of mouth. Recommendation, the best way to get your customers. Do a good job for them. If you do a good job for them and they're really pleased, they'll tell a few people, they'll tell somebody. Prices obviously come into it. Offers, the services you give. Image, I talked about this earlier. Professionalism. You know, people have got to trust you with what they bring in. Media advertising, directories, and leaflet drops. Well, over the years, I've done advertising in newspapers, in magazines. We put vouchers in. My personal view is it was a bit of a waste of money, really, because I just got nothing back. Directories, we used to spend a lot of money for both on the laundry side and the dry cleaning side in yellow pages, about £7,000 or £8,000 a year. Did we really get anything for it? Maybe. We're not doing that anymore. We're putting it towards our website and other aspects. And the leaflet drop. How many times do you come in at home after work and on the doormat is a pile, Domino's pizzas, somebody wanting to do your garden, you know, clean your windows. What do you do with it normally? Pick it up and put it in the recycling bin. So I'm slightly sceptical about those forms of advertising. Some people might say they work. The best one I did hear from somebody when I did a talk was he'd put an advert in the personal services column in the local paper. And he said it took a few weeks for people to come along. He said, but eventually he started getting some phone calls. He used to do a little drive around, picking up ironing and dry cleaning bits and pieces. But, you know, he said it was really interesting how many people actually looked at the personal services column. So I said, that's a wonderful idea. He said it actually paid off for him, that one. So there's a little tip maybe if you wanted to do anything, go in the personal services column. But just be careful what you put in there, really. Okay. So nowadays, what are we looking for? People go to websites. Digital advertising. It's all over the place. Websites, go on Facebook, everything pops up at you. So, what are we going to do today to try and market our business? Websites. We have a website, bluedragondrycleaners.co.uk. I have somebody look after it for me and bits and pieces. We're a reasonable sized company, so we can do that. The individual dry cleaner, there are a lot of people out there who build a small website for you. It doesn't have to be singing and dancing. But it gives them an image, gives them a first impression. I tend to, if I'm looking for services, if I go and I'm looking for somebody, I tend to look for a company and I go to their website because I think it gives me an image of what they do. If they haven't got a website, I tend to ignore it. Tells you who you are, what you do. Tells you the services you've got, possibly the prices if you want to, if you have any promotions, any news, just social news. People are interested in reading about the company. If you go onto ours, we've got a little history about the history of the company. Through the website, info@bluedragondrycleaners.co.uk, they can communicate with you. All that comes to me in my office, and so I often get people saying, how quickly you can do a suit for me and how much is it? Well, I thought, well, they haven't really looked at the website because they've just gone on and go, I'm going to ask a question. The prices are there, and it clearly says if they go to one of the shops, what we can do for them. But it also get people saying, how much is a wedding dress? Can you do me a wedding dress? Can you shorten curtains? Lots of info, just information coming back from people who are go on their phones or their laptops saying, I need a service. Where can I find it? All right, I'll send the thing, see if I get a reply. And they get a reply from the managing director in our case, which is probably quite good. Oh, managing director's replied. Emails. This is where I think the future lies, in which we are pushing quite heavily. Get their email address. You have immediate communication with them. EPoS systems, the very modern ones now, will actually, when you scan a garment back into the shop when it's ready for collection, will automatically send a customer an email. Mrs. Jones, your suit is ready for collection. Oh, thanks so much. I know it's there, ready to go. Your duvet, they say, well, duvet takes 3 or 4 days. Oh, duvet's ready. Well, great, fine. Promotions. You can promote your business through website, through emails, through direct marketing. It's difficult to, with a leaflet, you just chuck in the bin. With an email, you actually usually open it and read it. Oh look, Blue Dragon are doing an offer. All coming through the EPoS system from collating that information. So EPoS, emails, websites, social media, the whole combination is there. Annoy your customers, not because you do a bad job, because you want them to know what you're doing. don't know if anybody uses the Carousel, but Graham at Carousel is a great one at annoying customers. He rings me up all the time. Colin, I've got this wonderful new product in. You know, sends me emails. But he's keeping me informed of what's going on. I'm not saying you do it all the time, but a little nudge to your customers every now and then because you're doing an offer or it's coming up to Christmas or Easter and you might want your dinner suit cleaned, you know, all these little sort of things. There's a little extra work, but to build your business. There we are. Keep them up to date with what you're doing. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let them know about any promotions. Encourage first-time customers to return. Quite a number of years ago, I was going to do a bit of an analysis and find out you get a lot of customers come in once. People don't use dry cleaners. I haven't actually got a percentage on it. Maybe I should have got Gillian to find out for me. But you know, you get your regulars in all the time, professional people. But the other people are the people who the only reason they come to you is because they're going to a wedding, a funeral, or a special occasion, and they want their suit cleaned or their dress done. And they come to you once. We want to try and get them to return. We actually give them a 20% off your next visit within the next 3 months voucher when they come in. And we know they're a first-time customer because we have to put them into the EPoS system. And invariably, they come back. And if they come back and they then give us the details, which includes their email address, so they're on the database. So you try and hold on to them. As I said, communications from customers via the email as well. They will tell you what they want. They will ask you what you may be doing. Give them a reason to follow you on the website or on Facebook, social media. Maybe competitions or freeze prize draws. This is something which I'm just going to come to. We decided, through the company who helped me, we said, well, let's maybe make it interesting. Let's get people interested in something. So last Christmas, we offered a £250 Waitrose food hamper, Christmas hamper. Now, for marketing purposes, that was £50 a shop, which I think was pretty good. Advertised it in the shops. We sent it all to the customers via the database, and we promoted it on Facebook in the areas we operate in. And the interesting thing is Facebook, it doesn't go everywhere. You can be specific on postcodes where Facebook advertised for you. We had over 200 entries. One winner. A very good customer from my Bourne End shop. She was delighted. She's never won anything like it in her life. So we decided to do it again at Easter. We got 2 hotel chocolate ostrich Easter eggs. £75 each, £31 a shop. Again, it's pretty cheap for marketing. We promoted it in the shops, customer database, and social media. Within a week, we had 900 entries. Obviously, everybody craves chocolate, and there we are. I had it in my office. It's this big and this round. Total entries, 1,803 people entered that competition. Now, we only had about 1,100 people on our database before then, so a lot of those people had maybe not even heard of Blue Dragon, but somewhere on the line, somebody told them there were Easter eggs up for grabs. We increased the database. And last week, we sent them all an offer. We sent them an offer, £5 off if you come and spend £25 with us before the end of July. So in there might be some people who never used us before, but we've just gained their email addresses, and we're trying to get them to come and use us. And just to prove it, there's one of the winners. She said to me, I've been married for 17 years, Colin, and my husband's only given me an Easter egg once. So I said to her, well, I know who's not going to get any of that then. So, EPoS, email and social media. Electronic point of sale. Get your website. Doesn't have to be all singing and dancing. Build a database. Communicate with your customers. They like to know what's going on. Give the customers confidence in your services. People are habitual. They'll use the same supermarkets. They'll use the same newsagents, the same bookies. Hopefully, they'll use the same dry cleaner if you give them a good experience. Budget to what you can afford. You don't have to spend a fortune on it, but I think it's an important part of running your business these days. Of course, you can buy dry cleaning service online, or you can find out about them. You have apps. But of course, we all know you can't process it online. You have to come into the shop to get it done. So the future. Technology is the future, isn't it? last 10 years. It's just massive. Fast communication. Information at your fingertips. So what do you want to do? Oh, who's that actor? Bang, on your phone, there it is. Not being a part of it is not an option anymore, really. You've got to be up with the technology of today. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. There were my personal views on it, what we've done. I hope that helps to a certain extent. And there's our website. Go and have a look at it, see what's going on. And for all those of you that crave chocolate, I thought I'd leave you with that one. There we are. Thank you very much.